box it says it's finger licking good. Now this once was true. However, my KFC has taken rather a dive lately, and so this is from another one. This isn't the KFC I usually get it from. I've now got this one from another place, so I'm hoping that the Colonel Sanders won't let me down. Now, I've only got 2 pieces of chicken, and I've also got a Pepsi Max. Do you want me to get you a cola? A Pepsi Cola? Right, now, first of all, let's get the door, the eyebrow, and the ball. And there it is. Oh, it's nice. A little thirsty. And let's see whether this place is any better, because my other one is a disgrace. This is 2 pieces, so what I'm gonna do, well, it's a good start. I've got a thigh, and a drumstick. There you go. So, as far as the pieces are concerned, I have got my favourite 2 pieces. Pieces, which I have. Okay, before I start, I want to thank Adam Johnson for jogging my memory. As you know, yesterday I did a Fight Club movie Ramble. Adam Johnson commented on it, and he said, great video as always. And then he said he had the game of Fight Club on PlayStation 2. And then I thought, I remember that game, and I want to talk about it, if you don't mind, guys. I mean, you know, if I bore you, please say, Jeff, just shut up. Right, I'm going to eat this first, right? Because this is... Actually, no. I'm going to eat the drumstick first, because this is my second favourite piece. It's actually quite nice, I have to admit. It's nice. I mean, just giving me my favourite pieces, that's 1 point for them, and that does actually taste really good. So maybe I've now fixed the problem with that. But anyway, you get a can of Pepsi from them now too. I'm thinking about Fight Club the game now. It came out on PlayStation 2. And it's really weird because when you first put it on, you get, oh, I wish I could put my TV up. There you go. I can all this, it's all good, isn't it? The first thing it gives you is this fantastic menu. Which I absolutely loved, and it also, you know, you had all the rain and everything, which I thought was brilliant, and there's like a sign, and all the rain's dripping off of that. So then you play, you had different modes, but if you went on to story mode, that was the proper mode, you know. It opened up with a really cool cutscene. And you think, oh, this looks pretty good, you know. Sort of as they're hitting each other, you're getting this X-ray sort of vision, you know, like you got with Mortal Kombat. You know, like X-ray vision as they're hitting. Oh, this looks pretty cool. Anyway, you're basically this bloke who is looking for Tyler Durden. So I'm looking for Tyler Durden. And then they say, oh, you know, have a fight with me, and then they have a fight. So you now have a fight. And then you win. But then the most bizarre thing happens. Instead of having an actual cutscene that gives you like a sort of slideshow, you know, and that's pretty much what happens. It's like it doesn't give you a cutscene. It gives you an actual sort of, it's like a slideshow of pictures of the characters. You then have this fight in the rain, and the rain is hitting the camera, and when you nut someone, headbutt them, boom, all the blood splatters up the camera and starts slowly running down, and you think, oh, this is great. However, once he wins, he does this thing, like, you know, and the person who's lost goes, and that happens over and over again. That's pretty much it. Again, you have another slideshow, and then a fight like this, like the sort of like a Dead or Alive or Tekken or Mortal Kombat, whatever. And that's pretty much it, until you sort of get, finally, after you've fought about 6 people, 7 people, it gets to the end, which is sort of a cut scene again. And this is where it's, it's supposed to be Edward Norton, but I just don't know what happened to it. I just thought, what the hell? I've brought back my plate now. Yeah, bizarre, but so much fun to play. It's like once you sort of, because you can do these special moves. What happens when you get them down to a certain point? You get this exclamation mark come up, and you can go into a special move, and it goes into that X-ray vision, and you break their arm, or give them a good punch in the kidneys or whatever. But it's just the fact that it starts off so well. The first fight scene was really cool. And then that was really nice, so thank goodness. Yeah. So it starts off well, and then you do the thing, you have to fight. And then you have to fight in the rain. And again, as you nut 'em, and the blood hits all the camera, it slowly runs down. And then you sort of get to the point where you can finish them off. You bash them, break their arm or whatever. And you think, oh, it's great. However, after that is pretty much what happens all the way through. So, that was its first problem. The second problem is, I don't know about you, Adam, but I finished it in about 35 minutes. The whole game. I finished it. I thought, is that it? Luckily it was my stepson that borrowed it from someone. Thank goodness. I thought, I'm glad I ain't bought it. But I do remember it very well. And also, but it was really good though, because I did love, the rain was hitting the camera. And, that menu was so relaxing and nice with the rain. And it was a good idea with the X-ray part where it breaks the bones. And also, if you had, I can't remember what the mode was, but if you went into a mode, you had to fight people, but your injuries carried over to the next fight. So that if they broke your arm, crunch, you couldn't use it. So you'd have to sit there just using the one arm, and you'd be like Clint Eastwood. Do you remember that Clint Eastwood film, Any Which Way You Can, where he has a fight with that bloke who's deadly, with a moustache, he's a right hard bugger. But then Clint's got his arm, he breaks it's his arm. But he's like bang, bang, and he's uppercutting him with one arm, and it's like that, and it's really funny. So yeah, and also things like there's one bit you're fighting, and there's, I can't remember where, but is it a car light or it's some big light anyway, and you're getting all the donuts in the camera. You know, it was really good, but the game was just really bad, but fun nevertheless. It was fun. You know, in fact, I could probably put it on now and play it. I really could. In fact, that's what I'm gonna do now. So, I shall see you all. I will bid you adieu to year and year and year. I mean, would you believe it? I can't get me remote out. Oh my God, I don't believe it. I've never been this far away from home. I'm gonna play this classic